Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Ebony. I'm a mom now. It's been so long since I filmed, guys. I am currently almost 3 months postpartum. Oh, boy. I've been meaning to film this video for my 1 month postpartum, but it just didn't work out that way. But now we're here. I feel like I finally got to a place where I'm feeling okay. I got pregnant. I gave birth April 7th to a beautiful baby girl. Her name is Zavea Rose. I'll put her name Zavea Rose because I know a lot of people have, problems pronouncing it. As you can see from the title of this video, I did have a C-section and unmedicated. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I did not want that. Of course, no, who wants a C-section? I mean, maybe some people do, but usually that's not in the plan. It was a positive experience. I'm just happy baby girl was healthy, and yeah, so this is that story. So let's take it back to the beginning. How did we get here? So coming into this, I knew that I wanted an unmedicated birth and I wanted to deliver vaginally. I just honestly believe in our body's ability, our body's natural ability to do what it's made to do. We're made perfectly by the Creator. That's what my mindset was going through this whole thing. But I knew I needed to prepare also. I couldn't just wake up and push out a baby. I did all the things. I walked every single day. I did the exercises. I'm hoping she's asleep right now. I did the exercises. I did the stretches. I had a protein shake every morning with dates in it because they say dates is, is good for the cervix. I did the raspberry leaf tea. I wasn't very consistent with that. Yeah, I feel like I did what I need to do. I don't think positively, just hoping for the birth that I wanted to have. I listened to all the podcasts, all the positive birth stories. The day came where I felt like I was ready to go to the hospital. I woke up and I was leaking fluids, and so I was like, okay, this is different. It's funny because the whole ride to the hospital, me and my husband were riding to the hospital, and the car was just silent because we were so calm on the outside, but crashing out on the inside. So we got to the hospital, and immediately they told me, well, for one, baby girl was pooping inside of me. I forgot what the term is called. I'll put it here. The term. Yeah, and of course, complications can come with that. But immediately they told me, you're going to be on Pitocin and you're going to have a C-section. Immediately, that's what they told me. I was like, hold on now. Of course, those two things I put on my birth plan. I do not want no Pitocin, no C-section. I'm all hooked up, and it pretty much looks like I'm in early labor. So I'm really excited. I'm excited. Slightly nervous. I was still trying to stay positive when they told me that because I knew we had hours to go. They pushed me to the labor and delivery room. I've already started doing some stuff on the ball. We went over the birth plan. Y'all, this is so new to me. Yeah, I'll keep y'all updated. What made this experience so positive was my staff. I had a great group of nurses. I remember Alexi and Alexis. They just made me feel so comfortable. They had my back. Every decision that I made, they helped me out. They informed me on a lot of things, even different positions to push in. I felt great the entire time, and I think that really helped me be okay with the end result. So we're in the labor and delivery room. We're doing all the things, and I just want to give a huge shout out to my husband. He did the dang thing. He was just as clueless as I was, but still he was right there with me the entire time while I was in pain, because eventually they did end up having to give me the Pitocin because I wasn't I don't know, I guess my body just wasn't ready yet. It took longer than what they wanted, I guess. Yeah, those contractions, I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, they were not fun. Of course, it's worse on Pitocin. So yeah, my husband, he was amazing. He was there with me the entire time, helping me through the pain. And then we would go outside for a walk, and then we did squats and things like that. He was really good, especially for, you know, this was our first time. So even after all that stuff, all the walking we did, all the squats we did together, all the counter pressure, all the drama, I can't remember. I feel like we were in there for 2 days maybe. That's what it felt like. So even after all that, the doctor was like, hey, you know, after my water broke and everything, my water ended up breaking while I was in there. The doctor ended up saying, hey, you know, it's getting to the point where it's starting to get dangerous for us to go any longer this way. So that's when she was like, it was time for a C-section. But me and my husband weren't taking that, and I wanted to push back. So I said, can I just have, like, I said 30 minutes, and her face was like, you know, 30 minutes is not gonna really do much. But she's like, okay, because I wanted to keep on trying. At that point, I was 8 centimeters dilated, so I wanted to keep trying. We kept doing exercises, kept doing squats. We walked around the hospital, just kept walking to see if that did anything. And then they did another cervical check, and I was still at 8 centimeters 30 minutes later. And then it was like, yeah, it's time for you to go on the operating table. At that moment, someone like me, I don't like hospitals for one. Hearing that would have freaked me out, but honestly, I was like, okay, it's time. Yeah, let's do this. I was in so much pain. I was in so much discomfort. I was throwing up. I was like, yeah, okay, let's just get baby girl out. She's ready to come anyway. It was funny because the medical staff, or the people in the operating room who were going to be operating on me, came into my room and to introduce themselves and everything. And everybody's coming in the room, and I'm just so out of it. I'm tired for one, so I'm like falling asleep as they're talking to me. And I'm like, I'm just ready to get this over with. I'm like, and they're so happy and cheerful. I'm like, okay, I can't right now. Yeah, hi, your name is what? let's get this going. I got to the operating room. They did the epidural and everything. I took that like a champ. I was on drugs too, so there's that. Everybody was so nice. The anesthesiologist, she made sure I was okay, I was good. I needed anything, she was very kind. She was telling me everything that was happening, what was going on. And then the moment came, I was on the bed, or on the table, laid down, and oh, I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry. Okay, don't cry. So they had split me open, everything, and they lifted up baby girl, and immediately I started crying, like tears. Like I was crying like a baby. Like I was screaming, crying. I was like, oh, like happy tears. Of course, I was just happy to see my baby girl. I was happy. Oh, finally, like all these months, I get to finally see her. And she looks so big. It's funny because when I was pregnant, some people were telling me like, oh, you know, your stomach looks kind of big. Like, are you having twins and stuff like that? But I see why she was a big baby. She was 7.5 pounds. Well, and then my husband came and I saw him, and that made me cry too. I was shaking, and they said that that's the adrenaline and things like that. That's the birth story. I, of course, did not plan to have a C-section or even be on medication. I want to iterate like how positive it was, and I'm just grateful that I have a baby girl. She's here and she's healthy. It didn't go as planned, but she's here and she's healthy, and I'm healthy. Well, kind of, sort of. And we're good. And yeah, that's all that matters. Okay, so they roll me into the recovery room, and it's just me and baby girl there. I don't know where everybody else went. I'm holding her, and I'm like, well, what do I do? Like, I'm actually terrified. Like, I am terrified because I'm like, what do I do? How do I keep her alive? Like, what happens when she cries? What do I do? I don't know anything about breastfeeding yet. What if she's hungry? Once we were in the postpartum room, that actually made me feel better because, again, the nurses were great. I had a great pediatric nurse. She was amazing. She taught us everything. She taught my husband how to swaddle, and they taught us how to change diapers. Of course, I couldn't do much because recovering from C-section sucks. It sucks so bad. Oh, that was terrible. I fell in love with her even more in the postpartum room. Like when people were holding her, I was like, okay, can I have my baby back now? Like I just wanted to hold her and just continue to bond with her. When we got home, my husband was doing a lot of the stuff because I was limited in my movements. After the C-section, I did kind of like question myself, like what's wrong with my body? Like why couldn't I deliver vaginally, the natural way? I'm just happy that she's here. I'm happy that I'm here and healthy. I just have to hope the next time that I can do it better. I'll probably educate myself more. Having help is extremely important. Like I don't know how people do this by themselves. Not only the physical load, the mental load alone is a lot. I'm thankful that I have a great support system, people who are willing to help, because this is hard. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. This is the most humbling experience I've ever had, but it is so worth it. She is so worth it. She's the love of my life. I wake up every morning and I'm excited to just get to hold her. I'm excited to get to feed her. I'm thankful that I can breastfeed. Of course, the day that I just finally decided to film, it's raining and the sun's not out. At the beginning of this, it was really hard just trying to figure things out. So people were asking me like, do you want to have another one? And I was like, I don't know, ask me in a few months. Now it's a few months later and I'm like, hell yeah, like yes, I want to have another one. I feel like, this is just what I was meant to do. One thing I really want to stress is giving yourself grace. It took me almost 3 months to even make this video, and that's because I was just dealing with my mental health, my physical health, trying to really prioritize just myself. If I'm not okay, she's not okay. That was a huge drive for me to take care of myself. It's her. That's my girl. From a new mom to a new mom, I would say please take care of yourself any way you can. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. Eat. Please eat. There were times where I didn't feel like eating. I didn't have an appetite. But again, like I would always think of baby girl. I gotta think of my milk supply. She has to eat too. It's not just you anymore. It's you and somebody else. Motherhood is great so far. So far, so good. I feel amazing right now. Right now. That is it for my birth story. Thank you guys for listening. I really hope I could inspire somebody out there. You can do it. It's so worth it. Before I end up this video, I want to share a scripture with you guys that helped me get through the labor and delivery process. It is Romans 8, verse 18, and I'm paraphrasing here, but I'll put the actual scripture down. But it says, what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory that he will reveal to us later. And boy, does that scripture speak to me. Thank you guys so much for listening to this story. I will see y'all in the next video.